What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 231 of the LuredUp podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. LuredUp is part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Today is Tuesday, August 30th, 2022. I'm your host, Ken Pescatore, joined by Adam Tuttle. Adam, hi.
231, let's go!
Oh my God.
Pokemon.
That was loud.
I'm excited to talk about Pokemon today. Pokemon Go.
That was so loud in my eardrums. Wasn't ready for that. Breaking my eardrums. Yeah, I'm excited too. It was a solid week. We had Go Fest finale. Finally, the Go Fest finale. No, we're going to recap the last week of gameplay. We had the Go Fest finale, which was phenomenal. The Season of Light was just announced a few hours ago. It looks exceptionally promising, so we'll kind of run through all of that. And with that new season comes GBL updates, and there's a whole lot of them. So we'll kind of go through the whole season, even though mostly what we have is September's info. GBL, we kind of have updates that go throughout the whole year, or the rest of the year. And our first event of the month is going to be a 3-hour Inkay limited research day. We'll turn that frown upside down and review that stuff.
I like what you did there.
Yeah, I knew you would. Niantic has released some GoFest statistics. They are staggering, as they normally are, and it doesn't even include the finale. So some pretty cool numbers there we'll run through, and then we'll close things out with a Deoxys raid guide and battle party. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Spoilers, Deoxys is coming back for the first 2 weeks of September. But Adam, let's start with the Go Fest finale. And I know you had a conundrum because you had off of work, but it was Chanel's birthday. So how did it go for you? Were you able to play? I know you were on the road a little bit. So how did it roll out for you?
Okay, so the original plan was to go to Chanel's work, not her work, but her work's kind of barbecue, like after summer, like get together thing, and that got canceled. So we had to change plans. We ended up going to York Beach to meet up with her dad. So the first hour I was pretty much driving because we had gone out for breakfast beforehand. I basically got a couple minutes in, and then we had to get back in the car and then drive to go see her dad. They were doing like a picnic, and so we got food, ate. I was trying to play as much as I could while still being like there and present and having conversation. We left.
How'd that work out for you?
We left and then went to her best friend's parents' house, and they didn't want to stop talking to us. They just wanted us to stay, and they were like, "Oh yeah, hang out with us."
You're like, I'm catching Pokemon
Yeah,
over
we
here.
spent an extra while there, and then we ended up going from there, driving all the way up to Old Orchard Beach, which was a blast. Tons of stops, but the service was not that great. So my catches were lackluster. So we basically got there with like 10 to 15 minutes left of the event. It was not that exciting because the whole drive up, it was like anytime I could stop, it was like, ooh, shiny check. I did manage to get the shiny Muna. I know for a fact I didn't get like any of I only got one collection challenge, which was a real bummer because I didn't even think about it. I was so like just catch. Wow. I had all my incense. I had everything going, and I caught a lot of Pokemon.
Just Go Plus style?
Yeah, and honestly, my haul from the day was not that great. I did one Team Go Rocket, and that yielded me a 98% Swinub, so I purified it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I have 100% purified Mammoth Swine, fully powered up, ready to rock and roll in its chilly mammoth self. The shinies that I got,
did you
like
get
I said,
the Pikachu?
Muna? No, I did not.
Ooh.
The Muna was the highlight. I did get a Clefairy, Anumal, Anorith, Pansage, Panpour, Anorith, and Metatite.
Ooh.
So, like, it wasn't that great, but, like, I did get the Fungus that I didn't have, so that was cool.
Nice. Yeah, I actually heard kind of mixed experiences with the RNG of this event. I had a couple people in the group. There was, like, this one young kid who isn't really part of the group, but he just kind of, like, showed up and played with us. We played in Red Bank. And he caught 30 shinies. And like
30 shinies?
30 shinies. No fast catching, no like feverish gameplay, just chilling, 30 shinies. Then there was someone in our group who on the whole day only caught 6 shinies. So very, very interesting balance there. The day for me was really cool because while all the hardcore players were out, right, like all the OGs from Red Bank, which was phenomenal to see everybody, we all played very diligently throughout the whole event, but we kind of all had this very chill disposition. We did raids whenever they popped up. We walked to the raids like low key, like we weren't stressed. There was a couple people that were really like focused on the collection challenges. We knocked them out, got them done. I spent a lot of time raiding, which normally I would be like, yo, I'm not touching rockets. I'm not touching raids. I'm just catch. But the vibe of this thing was just way more chill this time around. It was great. And, you know, an interesting topic that I brought up on social, because it was a big topic within the local community, was how this event was the 2-hour rotating experiences versus the 1-hour rotating experiences that kind of looped back around, right? Normally we would have, you know, experience 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to experience 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could kind of, if you miss it the first time around, you could wait for it to come back around.
I think that's initially what I thought. Therefore, I wasn't like too worried. I think I looked at the collection challenge and was like, I've got time. And then ended up driving during that time and not able to catch.
So I think I like the 2-hour window, but that's mainly because I played the whole day. Had I not really played the whole day, or I wanted to take a break, that's kind of lends itself to the 1-hour rotation, because if you felt satisfied with the event, you could leave after the first rotation. So if it's an 8-hour event and you did what you needed to do in the first 4 hours, you could roll out and be done with it. I think this was a tactic by Niantic to kind of get people to play throughout the whole day, because you had to stick around to the last 2 hours if you wanted that Nihilego experience, right? That incursion. So,
yeah, well, nobody really was excited for that, let's be honest.
For real. No, but it was like, I mean, there was good spawns during that time. So it was like there was ups and downs. Some people wanted the raid bosses, some people wanted the spawns, but you couldn't like leave at 2 p.m. and say, hey, I at least got to experience everything a little bit. You had to stay, you know, throughout the whole day to say that you experienced every one of those habitats or those experiences. It was a different vibe. And the community was split right down the middle. So I did a poll on Twitter, which is actually still up for another couple hours.
How satisfied are you with your care?
Yeah. It was pretty much 50-50 on the poll on Twitter of would you prefer the 1 hour or the 2-hour rotation. And a lot of the people that were vocal about it and actually put in the comments and spoke up in the comments were saying like the 2 hours sucked because I had to work. Therefore, I could play some of the day, but I couldn't experience the entire event. So I missed the whole chunk.
I didn't even think about that.
Like, if you had to work in the afternoon.
Time.
Yep. Yeah. So
Wow.
I heard a lot of that. I heard a lot of like people that were just super exhausted by the end of the event. I heard there was no real time to take a break. Like with the 1 hour rotations, we would, you know, during that second loop around, right? That's when we would be like, all right, well, which one do we like the least? And that's going to be the one that we'll break for lunch. You know, this time around, there was no real, we couldn't measure that. So it was like, we didn't know when to take a break because we're like, shit, this is like a, you know, we don't necessarily want to do this raid boss, but you know, Combi is spawning. So like, let's catch that. It just made people play longer hours, which is ironic considering the shorter community days, that you don't have to play the whole day. And then now they're like, no, you kind of have to play the whole day. But outside of that, my event was phenomenal. I did a lucky trade with Shiny Carol, who's a Red Bank local, and I traded her a shiny Chansey with Flower Crown because I had extras, and she traded me a regular shiny Chansey, and lo and behold, Adam, I got the Schlundo.
The Schlundo? No way.
So freaking excited about this. Like,
how excited were you?
Dude, I couldn't believe it. And I was just like, that's it. I don't care about anything else during the day. This was my prize. I was ecstatic. I do not have enough rare candy to power it all the way up to 50. I'm still about 20 Candy XL short. So I got to grind on that a little bit. I have some in the trade. I don't think I'm going to be able to get my trades in tomorrow with the person I want to trade with, shout to Blacksmith, because the double, or the guaranteed XL, don't think I'm going to be able to get that in. So that's kind of shitty. But I was just absolutely ecstatic. But I did get 2 of the shiny Pikachu with the scarf.
Okay, save
which
one
is
for
great.
me.
Well, I was going to save one for me in case they do the thing where down the road you can evolve it. You know what I mean? Like how
I see. Okay,
so that I might
sense.
keep one for the long play. But I did not get the Munna, but I got another male Combi. Thanks, game. Like I got the two in Seattle, and then this one.
I'm looking at the key art, and I know, or not the key art, the rotating habitats key, and I'm looking at it, and I can't tell you enough how many Swirlix I saw, and I just didn't click any of them because
that was the new shiny.
I know. I was so Muna hungry that I only went after the Muna to ensure that that was the shiny that I got.
Wow.
That I didn't touch any Swirlix. Now I feel like an idiot.
I did get a shiny Carablast, so that was a good one for me.
That's so sick.
Was only one, but that was the one I really, really wanted, so that was cool.
Yeah, I wanted that or Shelmet. Ashton got a Shelmet.
Actually, no, I did get 2. I did get 2 Carablast, so I'm good there. So yeah, that's phenomenal. But all in all, amazing event. The bonuses were great. The spawns were great. It was the same thing we saw with Johto Tour, Kanto Tour, and even the other in-person global Go Fests. When the event first started, it was like, these shiny rates suck. There's not enough shinies. And then as the day went on, that kind of quelled a bit. And by the end of the event, everyone was kind of happy. On average, people that played the whole day were probably in that 15 or so shiny range, which, relatively speaking, is still a fucking amazing haul.
Yeah, but I definitely could have gotten more. It was just, I relied solely on the Go Plus while, having conversations.
Yeah,
trying to get it to connect when I didn't have service stunk. So me driving slow through a town just really was the cherry on top. It was very frustrating.
But shout out to Niantic, hooked us up with 10 tickets to give out to the community. That was awesome. We gave those out on Twitter and Instagram, so that was really cool. And it was just an overall phenomenal event. I loved what they did with the Ultra Beasts. I love how they're kind of flip-flopping with new content, old content, and just creating this really unique blend of older and current gens.
What did you think of Professor Willow and his leather jacket?
Oh, the Professor, Daddy Willow is for real right now. He looks great. Honestly, I love the design. Super cool to have him back. As far as the
it was nice
line.
to see him. Yeah, and I actually stopped myself and actually read it.
He looks good, man. I think they did.
Because I was so confused. I was like,
job.
why does he look different? And then I was like, I had to read to. Yeah. So shout out to whoever was designing that, because honestly, I had to pause.
And I was surprised they gave us the third shaman. You know what I mean? I didn't expect that to happen. I thought it was going to be one of those candy scenarios, but it's cool. You could have one fixed in land form, one fixed, in the sky form, and then you could have one that floats around back and forth between the two, which I thought was really cool. I would have liked to see them do the unknown takeovers like they did in person. Yeah. I think
that was kind of sad, to be honest.
I think only Shiny Carol. I think she got the Shiny O, but I think only one person in the entire group got a shiny unknown, which I guess in the grand scheme of things is cool because it's just that exclusive. But I don't know, man. Phenomenal event. I think it was the perfect blend of raids, catching, timed research that was not too difficult, collection challenges that with very little effort you could get through, but still enough catches. I think it was 8 catches per, or maybe 10 per collection challenge, but like it was just enough to give you that little bit of anxiety to like
for sure
make you nervous, and then before you know it you're all caught up. But no, it was a phenomenal event. Niantic hit it out of the park. They needed it, you know what I mean, like because everyone was still kind of in that lull after Seattle Go Fest, right? There was like that withdrawal syndrome of just everyone kind of being down and out, and the leading up to it just
the
didn't
post
have
Go
enough.
Fest hype.
Yeah, exactly. So this was really cool. I'm excited that it went well, and pretty much everyone is in agreement that it was pretty awesome, and that can kind of lead us into the next thing I want to talk about, which is the release of the next season. And they pretty much couldn't cut it any closer because it starts on September 1st, 2 days from the date of this recording. And they just dropped the news today. And it is called the Season of Light. And they started teasing this probably the day after, actually right after GoFest ended, the finale ended. Lunatone and Solrock started showing up everywhere. And it was like this little bonus surprise. And then teasers started to come out on social. They showed like, a nebulous sky with like constellations kind of in the shape of Pokemon. And they started teasing and teasing and teasing. And the teasing is still actually happening because there's like these constellations. You don't know what they are. Looks like Mega Alakazam can be coming. I
don't know. It looks like Mega Rayquaza to me.
I don't know. I think it might even be 9 Pikachu with hats.
Stop.
But the Season of Light is upon us, and I guess we can start breaking down everything that we know so far. First of all, the blog is completely different. So they changed formats, and we were just talking about how over the last like 6 months or so, the blogs have been great. Like the formatting is awesome; they're easier to digest. It sucks to say they definitely took a pretty significant step back in their blog layout. So what they did was you have the landing page for the Season of Light, which they've always had seasonal landing pages, but then you would get like the monthly content updates, like the September update, and it would be all of September. So they've mushed those together, and you have this Season of Light landing page that will be the one place that you will always return throughout the season to get the information. But in doing so, it makes the information very hard to find because you have to manually scroll through a weekly calendar. It's not very user-friendly, and I don't know, I just think it was a miss. Obviously, I've been, in and out through this thing a million times, so we'll be able to at least hit everything. But do yourself a favor, take your time when you go through this blog post because it's very, very easy to miss stuff, specifically when you're looking through the calendar. But this is what it says. September 1st through December 1st is going to be the window for the season. And it says, meet the Nebula Pokemon Cosmog. Professor Willow has returned. He's discovered a mysterious Pokemon. Throughout the Season of Light, you'll be able to adventure and bond with the legendary Pokemon Cosmog. Let's learn about his this child of the stars. So they talk about a special Season of Light special research that's going to run throughout the entire event. Phase 1, September 1st, Phase 2, October 5th, Phase 3, November 23rd. So they've done this before. I like this. It kind of gives you like a consistent story to follow through the season. Whereas like before you would kind of, by like the third month of the season, you like forget what's going on. This kind of carries the narrative through pretty consistently because you have to revisit the main story arc, which is cool. The game will have a Nebula skybox, so that's pretty cool, showing up periodically during the season. Some absolutely ridiculous Cosmog-themed avatar items, including this just ridiculous hat. Some of the best-looking stickers I've seen. They're a very unique style. It almost looks like a... You know what these remind me of? You ever see like those You go to the Hallmark store and
Littlest
you have
Pet
those like
Shop? No, not like that. It's
they're like the ceramic animals, like almost like a like Norman
Precious Moments.
Precious Moments. That's exactly it. They kind of remind me of that. Very, very cool art style and the stickers. I like it. As far as events go, we have a tease at some events when you look through the calendar, but they actually call out two different things. The first being the Go Battle League season, and we're going to run through that in a minute, so we'll come back to that. And then the next being the limited research day for Inkay. So we'll talk about both of those in details as we get through this event. But Adam, here's the calendar, and I don't know if you had a chance to like kind of look through this. But
I did.
I don't like the layout, man. It makes it difficult to see what's going on, and it only shows you a week at a time. But what we do know is
but you can scroll through and see what's going on.
Sure, you can scroll through, but you can't see it at a glance. Like you have to.
But that's okay.
I don't know. It's easy to miss.
I do like how they have like the raids. It says like, oh, hey, this is going on from the 1st to the 13th. Like, that's cool.
I think if this was a monthly view, this would be much better. If the same information was shared, but in a monthly view rather than this like lateral scrolling weekly view, would have been much better. But case
yeah, I guess that, because like I'm looking at Saturday and it's like Clefairy Commotion, but then like you go to 6 and it's like Spotlight Muna, so it's like you have to click each one to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see what you're saying.
All right, well, here's what we got. So all 4 forms of Deoxys coming back. They can be shiny the 1st through the 13th. Normal, attack, defense, speed form, Deoxys, all available from the 1st through the 13th. Oh, the research breakthrough for the month is Medicham.
That's a PvP Pokemon.
It's a PvP Pokemon, but the irony being with the release of Candy XL, you don't necessarily want the Hundo anymore. So interesting. I'm sure you could still get within the floor that you need to.
I still want the Hundo.
Well, sure, but it can't.
I still
be
need
shiny.
it.
The 3rd is going to be the start of the Inkay limited research. Actually, the start and the end. It's just that day, 11 to 2 p.m. So we'll talk about that in detail in a second. And then as you go through the week. This is here. I actually put together a Google Calendar to make this a little bit easier for myself. If you want access to the Google Calendar, shoot us a message. I'll send you the link. But I put together a calendar that has all the events laid out, so I have a better time actually visualizing everything that's going on. But we have on the 6th Mana Spotlight Hour. So now's your chance to get your second Mana shiny, which is cool, or me to get my first. Also on the 6th, and we don't have details on it, but the Psychic Spectacular is coming back. Inkay last year was released during the Psychic Spectacular. So this is like the 1-year anniversary of Inkay. Now you can get it as a shiny.
Do you think there'll be a new release of a Pokemon?
For Psychic Spectacular?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, but maybe this just has to do with Cosmog is going to start. You know, I don't know. I don't really know.
And then how does Cosmog even work in this? Because it says you're going to have to like bond with it. So obviously you're going to have to buddy system to be able to evolve it. But is that...
I'm sure it'll be... You probably will have tasks to do for the special research that carries you through the whole season. Because it's like a Professor Willow thing. Like Professor Willow has discovered this new Pokemon. So you probably have to have it as your buddy. I don't know how it'll work, but I bet you that it's going to reference that season-long special research. But we have the Psychic Spectacular from the 6th through the 12th. No details on the event yet. On the 10th, and again, very easy to miss if you're just kind of scrolling through the calendar and the blog, Clefairy Commotion on September 10th. Don't know what the hell that means, but it's from 6 to 10 p.m. Is it 6 to 10 or 6 to 9? I don't know. It's in the evening, and no details yet on that. The day after, September 11th, Deoxys Raid Hour. So a lot of little single day events that they have coming through September. Just to close out the spotlight hours, we had Mana, then we have Ralts, then we have Aron, then we have Minccino. I don't know, man. Do any of those do it for you besides Mana?
No.
Ralts? No. Aron? No.
No.
Minccino? No.
No.
Doesn't. I don't know. But as far as raid hours go, we don't know what the middle 2 months or the middle 2 weeks are going to be. They haven't announced those yet, so those are still up in the air. However, the 28th, Wednesday the 28th, Eviltal is coming back. So that one is pretty good.
Maybe they'll give it to a shiny.
Shiny, maybe.
Oh my god, I would die for that.
On the 16th, we have Test Your Metal. So this is another event. No details on that. The following weekend, the 23rd, is Safari Zone Goyang. And we have at the end of the month, Fashion Week. So no details on any of these events, but we know they're coming.
Fashion Week, stop. I don't want more hats on Pikachus. I don't need it.
Yeah, that's it. More hats.
I don't need it. I don't want it.
And October 1st, we have Go Battle Day. But so there's a very packed schedule, but it's very difficult to realize how much is really going on when you look at it in that calendar view. Now, mind you, we didn't even have any calendar prior to this, so it's a step in the right direction. I just think they missed with how they laid it all out. Google Calendar view with like a month view, much, much better. Zoe Two Dots also does a really good job of kind of running through a calendar. I remember she used to do like her actual like physical paper planner. She would write everything out and show it in her videos. It was really cool. But a lot going on during the month. Let's talk about a couple blog posts that have come out detailing the next couple months. Did you see the save the dates? They've given us dates for
not GoFest, but for community days.
Yeah, so they gave us the dates Sunday, September 18th, Saturday, October 15th, Saturday, November 5th, which is going to be a Community Day Classic. What do you think that's going to be? Beldum?
Charmander.
Jeez. And then Saturday, November 12th. So Community Days. And then they give us the 3rd and the 11th. The 3rd is the Inkay. The 11th is the Deoxys Raid Day. But just link will be in the description. Mark your calendars for the Community Day dates because it's always nice to have those in advance. But first event of the month is Limited Research Day featuring Inkay. It says celebrate the revolving Pokemon with limited research featuring Inkay, 11 to 2 p.m. It says, as we dust off our crystal balls for the Psychic Spectacular event, we're kicking things off with a celebration of a certain Psychic type Pokemon. And what better Pokemon to celebrate than Inkay, who made its debut at last year's Psychic Spectacular. In addition, for the first time in Pokemon Go, you'll be able to encounter a shiny Inkay if you're lucky, which is cool. Ooh. It's a good shiny. Double candy for catching Pokemon, and an increased chance of encountering shiny Inkay. So when they do these limited research days, people typically walk away with a handful of shinies. So if you play, you'll typically get one. It's not that difficult.
But if you don't play, you typically don't get one.
That is correct. There will be wild encounters, nothing really standing out. Sablei's in the mix, Houndour's in the mix. Galarian Zigzagoon also. But these are always just a fun way. I like to use these limited research days to go somewhere new because you want to spin stops, right? You want to do things like that. So going somewhere new is always fun because you can interact with new places. But I'm sure that they'll have a lot of like evolution-based stuff. Turn your phone upside down. I don't know, kind of stuff to do the Inkay. But Inkay's a cool Pokemon. Not necessarily available much throughout the year. I think it was in the season of Go, it was a vanilla spawn that I would rarely see, but it was around.
I think I saw a couple, but at my house.
Rare. But it's cool that it's coming back in as a shiny. By the way, the Season of Light like aesthetic, the landing page and like the logo, I totally dig. It's very 80s.
Yes. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is really good. I guess we could dig into Go Battle League. This is one of the most massive freaking updates that
Worlds
we've
just
had
happened
in a long time.
I'm sure like that's like the focal point right now.
Yeah, there was I remember I think last year, and again when they did like the invitational, like it wasn't a true Worlds competition, there was I think 14,000 people concurrently watching at one point. And I know that this year there was well over 15,000 people on Twitch watching, which was absolutely amazing. I couldn't believe how few people were watching the TCG. It was like they did this cool thing with a group on Twitch, so you could actually watch all 3 official Pokemon feeds at the same time.
That was awesome.
You got like the VGC, you had TCG, and you had Go. So I was toggling between the 3, and I'm looking at the numbers of Go, and I'm like, whoa. It's like blowing out the VG and the TCG as far as numbers. I was like, this is pretty wild. But the Worlds looked awesome. It went off without any real issue. Everyone was playing on the same devices. Like it was cool. But this Go Battle League update is pretty massive. So let me kind of pull up this blog post, and then we can dig into it, because by golly, it's a whole lot. So,
Bagali.
While the Season of Light blog post only kind of runs us through September, the GBL update runs us through the entire season. So we won't get too far ahead of ourselves, but we'll run through some of the stuff. They give the full schedule, and this is a weekly rotating schedule. So we've seen them rotate cups on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, or even longer in some cases. But now they seem to have settled in on a weekly rotation, which is pretty cool. And starting September 1st, the Great League and Little Jungle Cup Remix are coming in. Then we have Great League and Psychic Cup, then Ultra League and the Weather Cup, and Ultra League and Ultra Premier Classic. So they're switching it up here and putting together some nice blended limited metas each week. I really dig it. On the blog post, they'll actually give you full insight into each of the metas and the ban lists. So there's a couple Pokemon that are banned, but it runs throughout the whole season. There's a couple of the weeks where you can get triple Stardust from win rewards, so that's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to like Master League again. There's a couple weeks of Master League, which is always good for me. There's 2 Season of Light Go Battle Days. Now this one's interesting, Adam. Go Battle Day Guzma. So it's not even like focused on a Pokemon. It says Saturday, October 1st from 12 a.m. to 11:59. So it's the whole length of the day. A Go Battle Day featuring part of the Guzma Avatar item set. What? Like,
so you might. I think it's the monocle thing. I think that's what you probably get.
The monocle?
Yeah, Guzma.
Yeah.
Right. Am I thinking about it's
Guzma's Team Skull, yo?
Oh, just kidding. Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. The Monopoly myth?
It's from Team Galactic.
No.
So what's his name?
Timed research will be available. Complete the research to earn XP, rare candy, a watch and bracelet inspired by Guzma for your avatar, not in real life, and an Elite Charge TM. And this will be during Master League and Master Premier League. So you get a watch and a bracelet for your avatar.
Okay. I was gonna say he's got some weird looking goggles.
Yeah, he's got
They've
the
got
goggles.
The Team Skull,
That's
like,
right.
Gold chain. He's got the jacket over the white tee.
But as per
pants.
usual, 20 sets. So 20 sets of 5, 100 total battles for the day. 4 times Stardust rewards for winning. So
I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
it a lot because it's Master League. I'll actually freaking play it. It's great. There's also, again, going into November, there's going to be a Miltank Go Battle Day. Shiny Miltank available. We'll talk about it as we get closer. But as far as the Go Battle League Season of Light rewards, at level 1 or rank 1, Pinsir, 6, Mindfu. Once you hit 2,000 ELO, Axu, then Noibat, then Gumi, and Pikachu Libre, all the way up at Expert or Legend. Standard
Ken,
encounters are the same. What?
Have you noticed the Solrock and the Lunatone that are just spawning everywhere?
Yeah. Talked about that.
We did?
I said at the end of the finale they started spawning. That was like the Season of Light tease.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry.
Yeah, when the finale ended, the Solrock and Lunatone were like heavy in rotation of the spawns. Now they're just kind of like
I was confused and was like, "Whoa, this is I don't understand." And I was like, "Ha, Sun and Moon."
Sun and Moon, exactly. Normal spawns seem pretty much the same. Standard encounters, once you hit rank 20, you can get whatever the 5-star raid boss is currently, so that's cool. Noibat and Goomy all the way up top, not necessarily Poliwag. Now, this is something new, which kind of flew under the radar, but I think this is really cool. And we saw that pseudo battle pass that one time around. So this is called the Go Battle League Timed Research Pass. It says, for our most dedicated battlers, a pass to access battle-themed timed research will be available in the in-game shop at no cost once Go Battle League Season of Light begins. This timed research will keep track of your victories throughout the season. Each research page will require 100 wins to complete, and doing so will reward you with a small amount of Stardust and items like an Elite Fast TM for 400 wins and an Elite Charge TM at 500 wins. Keep it throughout the season to see how far you can get. Yeah, like, dude, that's pretty wild. But
that's dedication right there.
Yeah, Guzma stuff available with avatar items through the thing, and then they, like I said, they give a complete detailing of all the different cups. They talk about the bands, all that kind of good stuff. I think they made a really nice call with some of these bands, especially like Salandit not being allowed just for accessibility reasons in the Element Cup remix. I thought that was a really good idea. There's also a metric shit ton of new attacks and attack changes and attack availability changes. So new attacks are going to be Double Kick and Fairy Wind, so new Fairy move. Attack changes, Zap Cannon and Trainer battles will now have a chance to lower the opposing Pokemon's attack. It's no longer guaranteed. Icicle Spear, energy cost is increased. Yo, thank God they did this.
Yeah, after seeing all the Walrein
shit, yes, like everywhere.
Nerfed.
Rollout trainer battles, energy generation is decreased. However, we're going to revisit rollout in a second. Ancient power, it is going from 45 power to 60 power, and attack and defense increase amount has been lowered. So more damage, less chance to proc. Ominous Wind, trainer battles, attack and defense increase amount has been lowered. Silver Wind is, again, stronger, but the chance to proc has gone down. Couple other moves, but availability attack updates. Nidorino can now learn Nidorina can learn Thunderbolt, Nidorino can learn Ice Beam, and Nidoking can learn Double Kick. This is kind of cool. This is like Giovanni's Nidoking. Makes me think of that.
Yeah, I like
Arcanine can learn Psychic Fangs. Tentacruel can learn Scald. That's cool. Galarian Rapidash can learn the Fairy move, Fairy Wind.
Fairy Wind, yeah.
Fast attack Fairy move, thank goodness. Haunter can learn Ice Punch. That'll be a nice counter. Marowak can have Rock Slide. There's a whole bunch of Pokemon here, but for me, the standout is Dragonite can now learn Superpower.
No way.
Legit. That's going to be super legit.
That's too legit.
And yo, Dunsparce can learn Rollout. Yeah, buddy. Dunsparce. But there's a ton of Pokemon on this list. Too long to go through, but make sure you check out the link in the description so you can kind of feel it all out. But holy shit,
yeah,
there's
I'm
a
like
lot
still going down the
GBL.
list as you're talking.
Yeah, there's a ton.
so many.
There is. There's a lot. There really is a lot.
Double can learn Double Kick. Ooh.
Yep. But lots of shit to go through here. If you're a battler, they're really cashing in on the popularity from Worlds. I agree. So, and rightfully so, man. It's deserved. All right, Adam, what do you say we take a little break? And when we come back, we can talk about the Go Fest recap statistics that we have. And then we can kind of close things out with a Deoxys raid guide and battle party. A whoop.
A shroop. Did you say a little cup break?
A little cup break? Yeah, sure. Yes.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
And we're back.
We're back.
That was like not timed properly at all.
That was the whole point. It wasn't supposed to be.
We're back.
Back again.
All right. Thanks everybody for that break. Appreciate it. Adam, did you hydrate? I had some tea.
I had some sparkling seltzer.
Sparkling spiked seltzer.
Yeah, that kind.
All right, a little housekeeping to get through before the ass of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon, and you can check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And all patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pigo and TCGO prize tournaments. Registration is in the Discord. We hope to see you there. Huge thanks to our gym leaders, Absolutely Ryan, Grant, Jamal, Magikarp Diem, Sue, The Cole, Tish, T and Comics Wiz, and Big Za Minus. And special thanks to our executive producer, Paul Bot. And make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for everywhere that you can connect with us, grab some merch, leave us some reviews, all that good stuff. Check out the website. Yeah.
Yeah, Chanel checked out the website. You know what she bought? A LuredUp t-shirt. It's pink.
You know, like, she could get them on discount, like, if she would have just...
Yeah, I know.
She's supporting the cause.
She just wanted to support us.
Phenomenal. All right, little bit of news here to cover as we close out the show. They came out with the statistics page and a little recap video, which is always very inspiring and joyful. But there were some pretty cool numbers here. It says, the summer of 2022 was amazing with millions of trainers catching, you ready for this? This is over the summer, the 5 GoFest events, so the 2 global and the 3 in-persons. 1.75 billion Pokemon.
Billion.
Fucking insane. And exploring 150 million kilometers in the first ever series of 5 Pokemon Go Fest. Absolutely ridiculous. 1.75 billion Pokemon. That is a lot.
That's
that is,
outrageous.
In fact, a lot. It says this series included the first in-person Go Fest since 2019 and highlighted what makes Pokemon Go special. Trainers in Berlin, Seattle, and Sapporo sent nearly 2 million gifts, traded 85,000 Pokemon, and forged over 250,000 new in-game friendships. That's really
beautiful.
Cool. During each of these in-person celebrations, millions of trainers around the globe worked together to unlock enhanced versions of in-game events, such as Ultra Unlock Hisuian Discoveries, which resulted in the Pokemon Go debut of Hisuian Braviary. So, let's talk about that real quick. The Ultra Unlocks were awesome this year.
Yes, they were fabulous.
I think the way they rolled that out, where there was like a series of Ultra Unlock challenges, one at each Go Fest, and the subsequent events that followed each of those Go Fests could get like quote unquote powered up because of the Ultra Unlock. It was great, and the Ultra Unlock bonus portion of those events ended up being the coolest part. So
yeah.
very, very cool that they did that. I hope they continue with that because it gives us a reason and further incentive to play a little bit harder than we normally would and do more stuff. So definitely cool. They also do call out the collaboration with the trading card game and the release of Daily Adventure Incense. So they call out a couple other accolades here, which is really cool. It says, and now with the debut of Ultra Beast and Pokemon Go and the triumphant return of Professor Willow, you may be wondering what could possibly be next. With such an enthusiastic group of trainers, how could the next season not be fantastic? The next couple of weeks will be very illuminating. Again, they were just throwing teases around for Season of Light for a while now. But
so do you think the next season's going to be the season of Dark?
That would be badass, right?
Or Night or something like that?
Well, like this season ends on December 1st, so it would be pretty like messed up if they had like the season of Dark during Christmas.
That would be so good. This is Halloween. Hey, listen, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, they could just be playing off of that.
Is that a Christmas movie
and then
or
they
a
could
Halloween
have
movie?
Christmas. And then we could have, hear me out, Halloween themed Pokemon with Christmas like scarves
like
and hats.
Phantump with
I would love that. I wouldn't even be mad about the hats.
What if they had Delibird with like a Halloween candy bag as his tail.
That would be so cool.
That would be super cool.
And then
That
like
would be so cool.
he had like a mask or something, because like it always looks like he's got something there.
I don't know, but Pokemon Go Fest, they nailed it this year. In person was 100%. Phenomenal. Global was phenomenal. Finale was phenomenal. Thank God, dude. They needed that. They really needed that. And
yeah, this definitely put them back on the map. I mean, they were already, they covered the map, but this put them back where they should be.
We had a good conversation in Red Bank. We were kind of talking about like how some of the shitty stuff, right? Like, the changes to the game that people didn't really agree with, or some of the beefs they've had with Niantic, like, it's all gone. Like, that stuff does not linger. Like, they right before Worlds, they like updated GBL. It runs so freaking great right now. There's very little complaints about the stability of the game in GBL. That's honestly where a lot of the loud negativity came from. That's been chilled out a bit. People are just like, Incense, like daily adventure Incense. It's the only type of Incense I hear people talking about now. I don't hear people talking about the non-mobile bonus to static Incense. Like, it's just that all that shit gets washed away when positive stuff consistently happens in the game. And
this is true.
They've just been doing a really good job.
Now, question: how long has daily Incense been a thing? So GoFest was
the 28th, right? No. Yeah, when was GoFest? GoFest was July 20. So it's been here since the 25th.
Okay, so it's been over a month. So I've been doing mine very consistently, and I had not seen a bird.
I've seen 3 Moltres all ran. You haven't seen one at all?
Hear me out. So I haven't done them. I've just been so like frustrated of not getting one. So I was just like, I don't want to do it. GoFest was happening. So like, I didn't want to put it on because I had all my other ones going.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So, and then it's like, then I'm driving home. I'm tired. I haven't been using it. On my way home from work on, what's today? Today's Tuesday. On Sunday night, I pushed it, and it says, "Do you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yep." And I was driving, which is, not what you're supposed to do. But I turned it on. Yeah, I mean, I was a passenger, and I had clicked, like, let's go. And I think like 3 spawns in, Articuno happened to spawn up, and I was like, whoa. And when it was right after like a rock ruff, so I was like, whoa, that's really cool. I've never seen it on my screen before, so it was just an unusual shape. I was like, that's something new. Clicked it, immediately pulled over, stopped, gave it like a solid 2 or 3 minutes of just like sitting there. Gave it the golden res, gave it the ultra ball, got the great throw, and one shake, like, pow, it was gone.
Fuck your couch. It was out.
Yeah.
The Runners Club. Welcome to the Runners Club. Yeah, Terry Wolf texted me today. He hasn't even seen one yet.
I was in the same boat, and like I saw one, cool. I saw it. It felt really bad after I lost it, but like I kind of was expecting it. But still,
so let me ask you this: on the days that you have done your daily incense, what's your typical like spawn count for the incense?
Probably like 16 or 17.
Yeah, you got to hustle a little bit more, man. You got to get that up to 20. Those are rookie numbers.
Okay, but then when you drive. Or you're moving a lot faster.
I hear people driving are getting like
26.
That's what I'm saying. People driving are doing way better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is not how it's supposed to be.
Oh, here's a pro tip I learned on the daily incense. You know how like when you first turn the game on in the morning, it's that obnoxious fucking construction cone orange. Like, look at your daily incense. It's like orange. So if you click on the incense and then say maybe later. The orange goes away, and it's just a regular color. Much more easy to watch, to look at all day on your freaking phone than the obnoxious orange. I wish I knew that sooner.
That makes sense.
So you just click on it, hit maybe later, and it just turns the normal color of the incense. The orange goes away, which is just so freaking obnoxious. So happy I found that out. But I guess we can get into our last segment here, Adam, and that's a battle party.
It's a what? It's a battle party. Ooh, ooh, battle party. Ooh, ooh.
All right, we got Deoxys, but we're going to be real lazy here. They're all psychic types, right? But we're just going to do one battle party that can kind of cover them all. They're all going to be here from the 1st through the 13th. You're not going to know what's going to spawn until it actually, the egg hatches. So sure, you could go to PokeBattler.com like we did, and you can tweak your battle parties, maybe make individual parties, one for speed form, one for whatever. But the way I'm looking at it is these things are not too difficult to beat. You only need a couple people. Attack form, you could actually solo. So it's not going to be too imperative to like make a very, very in-depth or detailed or proper counter list here, you know, where you need to dial it in for each form. So I'm going to put together a little global party here that I'm going to be using against all of them. And there's we're going to be looking at PokeBattler.com here. And as per usual, we're going to keep all of our filters on the start. Shadow, Legendary, Mega, everything on. Shadow Tyranitar is the first spot when you're looking at attack form Deoxys. So if you're the reason I'm going to look at attack form Deoxys, because I think this would make a fun challenge for solo raiding. This is not a very difficult raid, so if you've never soloed a legendary, this is your time to shine. If you have a Shadow Tyranitar, bring it with Bite and Crunch. Other counters are going to be Hydreigon, Mega Houndoom, Mega Absol, Shadow Weavile, Darkrai, Shadow Honchkrow, Origin Form Giratina, Mega Gyarados is on the list, Mega Scizor, that's a good opportunity to use a new Pokemon, Shadow Absol, Mega Gengar, regular Tyranitar, Zarude is on the list, Shadow Houndoom, Yveltal is on the list even, Hoopa Unbound, so Vikavolt is the 20th. So did you evolve your Vikavolt yet?
Nope.
What are you waiting on? A good one?
It to be shiny or a good one.
Oh my goodness. We actually had a couple people throw down magnetic lures during GoFest, so it was cool. A lot of people were able to do that. For my party, I wanted to go diverse. I didn't want to just stack it with 6 of the same Pokemon. But I'm going to be leading with Mega Gengar. I have Hydreigon. I have Shadow Mewtwo. The Shadow Mewtwo I have is like level 45-ish or something, so it's pretty beefy. I'll bring a regular Mewtwo, a Darkrai, and then just because the bug typing moves, I'll bring a Pheromosa, just because, why not, right? It's super effective, even though I don't, where is it on this list? 27th, Bug Bite, Bug Buzz, I'll bring it. So I have Mega Gengar, Hydreigon, Shadow Mewtwo, Darkrai, and Pheromosa. Pretty diverse, but I don't necessarily know if this will be my let me solo attack form Deoxys party. I'll probably bring a bunch of Shadow Tyranitars for that. But in general, this is what I'll bring. Adam, what about you? What are you going to do?
I am bringing my Mega Houndoom.
Is it a Hundo?
Oh, yeah, this is all Hundo, of course. It wouldn't be a battle party without all Hundos.
Yeah. Yep.
So Mega Houndoom, Shadow Scizor, fully powered up. I got a T-Tar, 100%. Honchkrow, 100%. Yanmega, 100%. And then I'm going to use a wild card here and do Obstagoon. Because it's nowhere on the list, but I feel like it deserves a mention. It's still a dark Pokemon.
Yeah, but
I don't know. All right, I'm purifying my 96% Weavile and making it a Hundo right now. And then I'll do my Weavile. That's not fully powered up.
No, leave it as a Shadow. It's Shadow.
I already purified
5th.
it. I hit the button.
Shadow Weavile's 5th on this list here. Snarl, Foul Play.
Yeah, so I need it normal.
Do people underestimate the power of Shadow Pokemon completely? IVs don't matter. Just do what makes you feel good, man. But no, Mega Gengar is 12th on this list, but I'm going to bring it to lead because if we look at the different forms of Deoxys, Mega Gengar is top 3 typically. So it's just for the attack form, they favor doing more damage. So Tyranitar is up top. I guess that's how PokeBattler calculated it. But Adam like bringing Mega Houndoom, just as fine, just as good. You know, all this shit is good. Have you been actively mega evolving your Pokemon? Like, are you going?
I've been trying, yes.
So
I was very stoked because I think the last episode I talked about Mega Latios.
Yep.
And so I've been mega evolving that guy.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people in raid battle or in raid parties that are mega, and I'm like, all right, a lot of people are using the mechanic where previously I wouldn't see that much. Now it's like almost everybody always has something.
And if you
involved.
notice it in the party, like I'll notice, and I'm like, ooh, I'm the only one that doesn't have a mega Pokemon, and then I'll mega evolve.
Let me mega evolve. Give me the swirlies around my avatar so I look cool. I want to be part of the cool club.
Exactly.
But, yeah, no, it's that's really cool. I've got a decent number of Pokemon on Mega Level 3, which is pretty cool. But I've gone to like lesser quality Pokemon, meaning lower IVs, of just adding them to my Mega rotation, and now it's like, you know, I've got 3 or 4 Venusaur in the mix. I've got 3 or 4 of this, 3 or 4 of that. And it's like, there's always something that I can mega evolve. There's never going to be a time where I can't like run through a bunch of them. So, you know, just working on them medals, working on those medals. But Adam, I think that's a show, man.
I think that's a show.
A lot of news this week. The Season of Light announcement kind of is probably going to dominate the next week or two of the social world and people talking about this game.
Yeah, I mean, we lit up the news for sure.
Yeah, GBL is
glowing.
Very,
One could say it's glowing.
Yep, it's lit. It's glowing. It's a very bright idea that we talked about GBL today.
The sun is shining for sure.
Illumination. But no, it's I'm sure that pretty much everywhere you look on social over the next couple weeks will be talking about like newly released Pokemon like this. These 9 constellations they've been teasing on social. People are like trying to figure out what it is. There was one that like looks like Umbreon, and people are like, no, it's going to be the new dragon type evolution from Scarlet Violet. Like it's pretty. Yeah, there's so much like conspiracy theory going on right now. It's super fun. The campaign that actually Niantic has been killing it with those found footage Ultra Beast ads. Did you see those?
Those were epic. That was like pure
really
well
done. Really well done. The Zerkatry one was amazing, but all really cool. And then now this with the teasing the constellations, getting the community super involved and super happy. It's a good time to be a Pokemon Go trainer. So yay for us. Yay for everyone listening. It's phenomenal. But Adam, that's pretty much going to wrap everything up. Make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything we have going on with the network, LuredUp.com for everything we have going on with the show. And you can email us, luredup@PokemonProfessor.com. You can leave us a text or a voicemail, 732-835-8639. And I think that's it. Adam, is that it?
That's it.
All right, trainers. Keep training, trainers. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.